Welcome, everybody. How is everyone today? Welcome, Victoris GG. We are live. Draft is already on the way. Dorado Gaming Kappa will be on blue side. Olivia and Ruby on red. It is game one. I am your host here, Yoshikage. And with me on the board is Kongman21. What's up, my guy?
Not much, doing pretty good. Glad to see that we finally got the stream going and underway. How are you doing, man?
Good. We didn't miss anything. We're here with the bands, and they are flying. Dorado already taking out Seraphine, Ash, looking and highlighting Olaf as their third last pick. MF and Yumi for the side of Oblivion. So, might be Ivern. I wonder where Oblivion might be taking their last ban with the two bot bands already taken.
Oh, they actually are going to be banning away the Urgot instead of the Ivern, which I do have to admit is pretty interesting. Dorado, OMG Kongman, yes, Dorado, it is me. As you guys can tell, my background, perfect just for you guys. Pet the dogs. Anyway, on to the actual important part of draft. We are seeing Dorado floating Kog'Maw to start. Going to be changing it over to Quinn. It seems they're not 100% sure what they want to play. Should be interesting, though.
Do like the Quinn highlight. But if we're gonna be talking in terms, I would hopefully to see a little more interaction top range. Is not. I'm not a big. Honestly.
It turns out they actually are going to be locking the
Okay,
Caitlyn instead.
definitely. So checking back over on the notes there, Caitlyn has been picked up a bit more for Kino Blade. So I wonder if Dog was taking that away from them. Checking out some of their stats and seeing what they were playing, or if that was just a pick for Arch there.
Yeah, so it will be interesting to see how they wish to counterpick the Caitlyn. Now, one thing that I notice a lot of teams don't really seem to do in VRS or just anywhere in general is that the perfect counter to Caitlyn is none other than our support man Braum. That's not a Braum, that's a Karma. You have officially thrown away this draft.
Karma is locked in as well too. I mean, I wouldn't completely say throw away Karma's range. Also with her ult ability to extend the poke, also the shields as well, could possibly win the trades out for them. Versus Caitlyn, she's just gonna have a difficult time finding her way in. But as long as they play passive, and let's see where Oblivion goes with this next pick. Let's see if they're gonna lock in the bot with Dorado showing Caitlyn. Seconds left. Either way, though, okay, so they're gonna grab the Hecarim there. This is nerfed Hecarim, so not gonna be as wild horse, but definitely still a very strong pick in the jungle.
Yep, and as we wait for Dorado to decide on what they wish to counterpick this Hecarim and Karma with, I do want to point out that Dorado Gaming Kappa is currently 4-1 in the leaderboards, while Oblivion
Yes, sir.
Esports Ruby is 3-2. Both teams need wins to stay alive. I think Dorado can lose one and win one and still have a good chance at playoffs, but Oblivion needs to win out.
Yeah.
So this is actually a good chance for Dorado to take Oblivion Esports out of playoff contention.
Yeah, and I don't know. To need a 2-0, that is a lot of pressure on your head. Going in tonight. So I wonder how Oblivion is going to handle with the pressure, and if they're going to be able to break through it. They're going to need that 2-0 to secure second place. DOGK honestly can't afford to drop any games because if they drop one, you can easily drop another one as well.
Yep, and Dorado is going to be locking in the Trundle, which for those of you who know me on the VRS for quite a while, hates Trundle with a fiery passion. And it's even funny because they banned Urgot, which Trundle just deletes anytime he exists anywhere near him. So kind of interesting that they banned like the easiest counterplay that Trundle goes into. And then they are going to be picking up the Lux, which it could be flex support or mid. So we'll be interested. Technically, Dorado has 3 flex picks, if you think about it.
Technically, I think though for the most part we can assume Caitlyn will be ADC. Trundle most likely in the jungle. Lux is too strong of a flex to see. I was hoping for if Trundle is for excuse me for water flans, I was really hoping to see some J4. His stats are like out of the water with.
And we are going to be seeing Oblivion Ruby locking in the 4-man himself, the Jin. Jin Karma versus Caitlyn. We're going to assume Lux at the moment until we see another support, but we are going to be going into the second round of drafts. Unfortunately, I do believe Caitlyn still wins this because she just has a lot more versatility than Jin does at this current meta point.
The lockdown with Lux too, with his range being shorter than Caitlyn, can really turn the tides there on the bot lane. Assuming Lux will be their support as we get over to the bans. Gangplank's going to be taken off their off Ruby's table. Zillion for Dorado. I think it's a little weird pick. I guess you could go for Zillion mid. But I don't know if that was really the idea Oblivion is going. That'd be a little bit too squish.
Yeah, it would be a little bit too squish, but I do enjoy the Gangplank ban being called out here because it does prevent that global ult from just coming down and ruining any objective gameplay you think you're going to have, while the Gangplank just split pushes and goes, yeah, you guys got it, I'll just drop my ult here for you.
And just keep it. And that only 10 seconds left for this last ban. Thinking really hard on here. I think we might be seeing a mid ban. It is.
Galio's gonna be banned away, so that is pretty interesting. Honestly, I personally would have thought Kappa would have banned away the Silas, just because currently they have three really good ultimates for Silas to grab.
That is
Because
actually cool.
yeah, because you could easily Silas, steal the Trundle ult the Trundle, and then Trundle gets deleted. You could steal Caitlyn, snipe someone, play Lux, snipe everyone.
Also, Silas would give him a little bit of a bulk on the front line because as of right now, it's only Hecarim, and Hecarim doesn't per se build tank. Oh, that's a great pick. Speaking of front lines, there, Ornn is going to be locked in for Blue Eagle there.
Yep, Huey is definitely going to be pretty happy seeing the Ornn locked in. Ornn is probably one of his greatest and favorite champions to see. So
I
in fact,
love
he
it.
did pick him in the LoL pick'ems as the most played champion.
I mean, it's almost facts, man. As much as MF Ornn is picked a lot as it's just a strong top laner. Also getting the mythic items or the upgraded items later in late game just increases that late game closeout for your team. And honestly, you could be behind a bit. Ornn starts getting those masterwork items locked in, and all of a sudden now you're winning team fights that you're.
When we are going to be seeing the nope, it is going to be changed over
That's
to
the Sedge top.
Sejuani.
Is that the Sedge top? Oh, I
It
think
could be
that's the
Sedge
Sedge
top or
top.
it could be Sedge jungle. Either way, I am pretty happy about this one, and I know our
Oh yeah.
producer, Infinite Dodge himself, is probably pretty happy that I'm happy at this moment seeing Sejuani. Shogun, currently at home watching, is probably very upset that there is a Sejuani because this is my time to shine.
Sejuani writers stand up. Like, oh, I think
Okay,
Dorado was listening in on the commentary lines here. Silas is
There it
getting
is.
locked in there, and then it's safe to assume that Lux will be the support for Dorado there. And honestly, either or, I have seen Silas bot lane. Either or, I'm not mad on either pick there. I think Silas is a solid lock in there to finish out draft.
Yeah, Silas is actually going to be really good because, in fact, now that the Ornn has been locked in, is a great counter pick. Because you can also steal the Ornn ult, that is yet another engage you have. You can steal the Hecarim ult, there's another engage you have. So the whole point of Dorado gaming, okay, that's a Victor. I really don't feel like that does much. Silas just kind of dunks on him. Unfortunately, looking at Dorado gaming Kappa, they're just kind of an all-in composition, and they're going to be diving whoever they can. Which I already see how every team fight's going to go if Kappa does not throw this.
Oh yeah,
Silas is going to steal either Hecarim or Ornn ult, engage on that, and then Kappa just easily cleans them all up.
for sure. Ruby's definitely more of a pick comp, waiting for that level 6, waiting hopefully kind of putting a lot of eggs in the basket for Hecarim's early game to kind of carry on through. But honestly, Dorado just has to bide their time, and once they get a couple items under their belt, that mid game should definitely be theirs. As long as the early game.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with you there. It is definitely going to be. We don't have full confirmation as to where the Trundle and Sejuani are going because they both are jungle top flex picks. We're pretty sure it's going to be Silas mid, Caitlyn ADC, Lux. Almost said Lux jungle, Lux support. Yeah, let's throw Lux in the jungle. That'll be
Lux
great.
jungle, forget it. Yeah, that works. That works, man. That's
Honestly, looking
perfect.
at this, I could see Trundle being the top laner against this Ornn because Sejuani will give more flexibility to the other lanes, and she can also tank more against this Hecarim. I'm being told it is Sejuani top. That is
Okay.
something I do not approve of. But then again, Trundle can also just visit the top lane and go, Ornn, you've been deleted. He
And then
sees a
yeah,
Hecarim, he can put a wall up, and Hecarim has to run around it. And then he can just kind of honestly, I guess either Sejuani or Trundle jungler would have been fine.
I like it. Sejuani, I feel is a little better or more equipped for the top lane. I do like the subjugate from Trundle, and honestly, once the team fights and death balls start, subjugate's just he's just gonna hit it on Ornn, and he's still gonna drain all their stats. It doesn't really matter either whether he sees them in lane or he sees them later around the dragon pit. He's gonna get subjugated, and the Troll King will continue to control. Victor and Silas will be locked in for the mid, so it will be Caitlyn Lux in the bot lane. And honestly, where would you put your chips for bot lane?
Honestly, like I said, the best way to counter Caitlyn is to lock the Braum because the Braum shield just
Shield.
apparently in all of my games absorbs every single point of damage you throw at it.
It eats the
But yet,
headshot
whenever,
for free.
yeah, but then whenever my Braum decides to throw his shield up, he misses every single
He
object thrown
puts
at
the
him.
shield backwards. No.
Yeah, his shield is backwards. He tanks the ult for me. But yeah, like if you see the Caitlyn ult lined up on you, your Braum just steps over. He's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then same with like half the people on that composition.
Just gives it. I like it. Honestly, I never really put much thought into the counter for Caitlyn towards a support. I usually prefer to have like an engage support, so you lock her down and she like can't get away from you. I really don't like going enchanters into Caitlyn just because those headshot procs plus the E plus the Q, like it does a lot of damage to you. So but let's see what Quintek will be able to do versus Arch and Ichi Rat. How do you feel about this mid lane? Victor into Silas.
Oh, this is going to be a 100% Silas game.
I have to agree.
So one thing that I learned whenever I played in the Cloud9 Training Ground scenario, my coach was none other than Rhyme, who is the Silas one-trick professional, as he would like to call it. Taught me everything I need to know about Silas. If this Silas buys Dark Seal, he just instantly runs away with this game, and Victor's going to sit there, continuously farm minions, and not be able to do anything for the rest of the game. If
I,
Silas gets one kill on this Victor, he is free to roam around the map.
yeah. And then real quick before we jump over into that loading screen for Rift, how do you feel about the jungle top picks?
Again, I'm fine with Sejuani Trundle. I could have gone either way. I prefer Sejuani Jungle because that's where I play her because I am a jungle main. And then we have Ornn Hecarim. I like Ornn. He was someone I used to play quite a bit before I left playing the top lane. Hecarim is a resident sleeper pick because we see him everywhere. He did get nerfed. He sucks now, and he's going to get rolled this game.
I tried
By,
so
by the way,
hard.
by the way, as you
I
all
tried.
can see from my background, this is going to be a Dorado gaming match. What can I
Yeah,
tell you?
I was gonna ask, but the background already says it. Um, be sure to check out Twitch chat to see if the predictions are up, so if you guys can see and match with the commentators table. Which I mean, I gotta say, DGK is looking fantastic. It's old school. I like it. Very simple. I see where everyone belongs. Everyone has a job, and it's looking great right now. Just because it looks great on paper, though, doesn't mean that it's going to be executed perfectly. So let's see if they'll be able to lock it in. And with that, we will be right back. Game one will be on the way. Don't touch that dial. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you all soon. And we are back, Victorious GG. Week 6, Game 1 is on the way. DOGK on blue, OER on the red side. And it doesn't seem we're going to get too much of an invade here. Just going to line up the entrances and, as we call it, the line of scrimmage. As we go and check over on Runes and Masteries. Anything crazy sticking out to you here?
Just doing a quick look around does seem to be the standard stuff. I do see Trundle with Lethal Tempo. I guess it is a good way to help him close the gap. Something you don't normally always see. We do see Caitlyn with Lethal Tempo, Jen with Fleet Footwork, so a little bit of a difference in the ADCs. Victor is taking the first strike, which honestly, usually Silas would also be taking first strike, but taking Conquer here is also just a really good option
Ooh.
for him. And hang on, we might actually see an invade happen here.
Just be trying to get a bit of vision here. Hecarim is dancing in the bush. He doesn't see this coming. So Sejuani is here with the late invade here. Permafrost is her first ability. Hecarim is calling for the team rotation, but no one is coming. Ravensman's going to have to give this up or maybe try to go for the smite. Permafrost is going to land there. He's going to crash over there. Give first blood and red. And ladies and gentlemen, Dog is on a great start.
I don't know about you, but it seems like Oblivion's team is playing a lot like my solo queue matches. Someone is invading me, I ping for help, the mid laner just stands there and goes, nah mate, you got it, you're fine.
Yeah, no one was there for rotate. Ornn looked like he was going to start rotating, but then kind of canceled back. Ravensman looked like he was going to just give it up, and then he just went back for it. I don't know. I would have loved to have been in the team's calls right there to see what was going on.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be interesting to see what happens going throughout the rest of this game, because now Hecarim is behind. Hecarim has to start Wolves, and yeah, this is just not a great start for Hecarim. As I said in predictions, Hecarim is a resident sleeper pick, and he's going to get rolled. And what has happened already? He got rolled.
Checking down over onto the bot side, Quintek using the poke here. Arch and Itchy Rat, both about 50% right now. Level 2 advantage did fall to the side of Ruby. As we check onto top side, Klein just kind of showing his frozen dominance here. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
No way, do not play in the domain. My gosh, that traded so much there.
Yeah, it was also very helpful that Trundle did have a level up on the Ornn, which he still has. There's currently a whole 7 CS difference currently in the top lane. I know that doesn't sound like much, but that's literally twice the amount at the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, that's all it takes to start really, to get a lead going. Tech here, trying to get a few trades out there, but it's gonna have to retreat back to the wave. Slight pause into the action, checking over onto the CS and everything else. Already a bombing cinder in Sejuani's pocket. That is very scary stuff.
Yeah, definitely something to be scared of. And Silas did accidentally get caught up in the Victor trap, so unfortunately Victor was not able to follow up with much damage because he has yet to hit that power spike that Victor needs.
Over here. Oh, Jin starting with Cole. How do you feel about Cole?
I mean, it's very aggressive. Like, if you're going to be taking Cole, that means you're going to have to play super aggro. You're going to wish that you could land every single kill in your CS. It is very greedy, because I know whenever I play Urgot top, it is my first back item, but I don't take it as my first item.
My friend plays Urgot, and I rage at him. This Cole. Uh-oh, Ravensman coming in. 9Klein on the wrong side of the map as of right now. Sejuani is on blue side, so she should be able to provide some support. Clears off the blue side. I think Hecarim's realizing something is a little fishy here, but he's going to continue moving forward onto it. Flash. Oh, Q is going to miss. Frozen Domain is there. Rampage is going to have to be used for him to escape. But, I mean, we'll take those. That is a flash down for the Horseman.
Yeah, very, yeah, Sejuani's the one who used Flash. Hecarim has never had Flash. If you ever see Hecarim with Flash, he does, he's probably a thrower, being 100% honest there.
Oh, but, that was the Rampage dash there. Definitely.
Yeah, the Rampage dash.
Back towards the bot side, this poke game is actually looking in favor for there. And there goes the enhanced Karma Q. It does a lot of damage. Flash forward with the auto and the ignite. Heal's going to have to be proc there. Lux's shield as well is going to keep Itchy Rat alive, less than 10%. 2 sums were traded for 2. The force back is not there. Itchy Rat kind of sticking out a little more than what they need to be as of right now.
Yeah, they're doing the best they can. Karma playing a little bit too aggressive here because in fact Sejuani's here, but Jin has no mana, so Sejuani realizes this and we might see a
Oh,
kill here. Oh, there's the
oh,
ghost.
there goes the ghost. Quinn does not have flash, is able to get the Q. One more hit for Permafrost, and that's going to be another one in Waterflan's pocket. Nice rotations and really good awareness on the map there.
Yeah, really good job from the bot lane noticing that Jin had 0 mana as the Sejuani was rotating bot, and she knew that there would be plenty of time to get down there and potentially kill the Jin or the Karma. Unfortunately, Jin did have the ghost. Silas, you can't keep getting stunned like that. Come on, my man.
Chaotic, JS Chaotix, doing really well with those gravity holes there, being able to keep excuse me, Silas at bay. He is 6 now, so I think his first hijack will most likely from. Oh, Waterflands is here. The Bola, just barely gonna be whiffed there. Chains are going to land there. Hypnotic doesn't have a lot of mana there. So he is gonna have to retreat on back to there. But I mean, I'll take a flash for the ult. Hecarim over onto the other side, able to get the first drag, but now the fight is going to start. The 4 is going to land for Kenoblade, so that's a dragon and a shutdown, and might be able to get escape, but the chains is going to land, so it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade over for Arc. Hijack is there, so he does have the Storm. He has Chaos Storm ready, but I don't think there's enough mana to continue the pursuit, and I don't think this... Yeah, okay. I was going to be like, I hope they don't dive over for Quintek here.
I mean, they could have potentially dived Quintek because it would be a 3-for-1 dive, set the support back just a little bit more. Hang on, this Ornn is trying to capitalize.
Ooh, that was very scary. Ornhorn was there, the passive Brittle was there as well, and that could have been lights out for the troll, but he's able to escape barely with his life, still with a slight lead on the top side too.
Yeah, but it does appear that Dog should be getting the first plate here, and they do. Should be immediately backing and then potentially buying a few more items. I'm not 100% sure what the gold scenario looks like at the moment.
Right now, it's just about almost right now. It is 1,000 lead over to the Dog side there. 3-1 right now. Just 1 plate. The Dragon there is definitely going to be helping out. Hextech Dragon is the first one taken off the board, so unfortunately we will not be seeing the Hextech Soul.
Yeah, unfortunately not. And we do see Hecarim rotating over to his blue side, which isn't where you need to be at the moment because Herald is up.
It is warded, and as you can see, you see Waterflands floating over near it. I think they're going to try to secure a little more vision, or maybe gank mid, whose flash is still down right now. Let's see where they're going. And I think they're going to go for the objective. I think that's a great call, especially that you went to scout to make sure Hecarim wasn't on that red side. Can't ask for pretty much more there.
Yeah, as we do see, Sejuani is currently on the Rift Herald, and unfortunately Hecarim is, you're kind of down here, man. That's not where you need to be.
Nobody, there's no vision here for or on the Sejuani, so this should be a very easy pickup at 9 minutes as well. They definitely will be able to contest. Oh my gosh, 9 Klein just putting in the back shots there onto the Ornn, and is just going to give him a little love bite to win out that 1v1 trade.
Yeah, definitely a really good 1v1 trade win there. Now, it is very questionable how this Sejuani is just sitting here. I see that she wants to potentially attempt to kill this Victor, but honestly, I would have ran topside, dropped the Herald off for Trundle, and they could have just cracked that top tower open and given Trundle an even barely.
No flash stones, change, plus the Bola is going to get another one on the Waterflands there. Unfortunately, they got shut down, or else that would be the killing spree. The hijack took away Hecarim's ult there, and was able to put on a little bit of damage. I thought there was going to be a little more action there, but Sejuani just being a little too low is going to go back and continue clearing out the camps. I got to say, Waterflands is playing a fantastic game right now.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you there. Ornn did have to use his TP to get back to lane, so that will be on cooldown. Meanwhile, Trundle still has his TP, and his Ghost is about to come back online.
So let's see if we'll be able to see. Oh no, we still got 3 more minutes before we can start seeing Trump rotating around. But he still may be able to get to a lane here. If they get pushed in, kind of hard to get away from Ghosted Frozen Terrain Trundle with the proper ice pillar there.
Yeah, everything about Trundle really boils down to where you land that ice pillar. But oh no, this is just going to be a big siege onto the bot tower.
Almost the tower, actually. Quintex gets hit with the Q. Ace in the hole is there as well. Jin with the counter curtain call shot. And that honestly might have saved him from the full dive there.
Yeah, definitely have easy there because it definitely seemed like everyone on Dorado couldn't decide who would be the one to be taking the bullets.
Which, I mean, that's definitely understandable here. It's still maybe the tower, but the wave clear is going to be more than enough for Jin to kind of keep it there. But, I mean, it's at nearly 500 HP, so it's not going to be there much longer.
Yeah, it is definitely not going to be there for much longer because, in fact, with how aggressive this Caitlyn is over this Jhin, I mean, look at that CS difference in the bot lane.
Well, it's the range, man. It's difficult to get onto Caitlyn safely. You're almost guaranteed. Ooh, the double trap. Mwah. Was beautiful. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Q is locked down. There goes the Arb with the trap. He's going to force the flash out of Jin there. Going to keep his life, but lose his sum yet again.
Karma on a suspicious flank angle, question mark?
I think she was expecting the Hecarim to come by. This may be a setup here. Because they don't see Hecarim coming in. Hecarim on the rampage. The stun is going to land. Itchy Rat is going to get feared. And that was a beautiful chain CC there. Able to find a pick there. The 3 are on the runaway. The ult is gone. Hypnotic and Waterflanks. The Bola from the bush, man. So scary. Kino ghosting away. Ace in the hole is going. Quintek is going to take the bullet. And it's going to continue moving forward. Chaotic is here with his own gravity field. And it will not kill Silas, but it is going to force the retreat back. Infernal Drake is also up as well. And I think they're going to have to take that one and run as they get the reset and try to reconvene for second dragon.
Yeah, they're doing their best to try and regroup at the moment. Lux is coming in, but this is not the angle you want to be at.
Ooh, that was scary, man. Waterflames did go forward there off. Karma is going to have to retreat back using the nut. And yeah, man, let's retreat, regroup, and try again here. Looking over onto ults. Dog is not going to have any ults for this Dragonflight. Eagle is topside with no TP. Curtain Call and Mantra is still available over for the side of. So they may try to stall this next dragon fight for a little bit longer. Just going for the shop and back.
Yeah, it definitely seems that Hecarim is automatically running.
Hypnotic Scruff going to grab the chains there as well. Gravity Field is going to land nice, but it's not going to be enough there. And that's going to be a pick over onto the mid lane. And that should be an easy first dragon over for the dogs.
Yeah, Dorado Gaming picking up their first dragon here in just a moment time, unless this Hecarim can find a way to steal it.
Onslaught's not available. Ghost and Smite is available. But if he goes into that pit, that's almost guaranteed death with the Lux binding. Also with Permafrost from Waterflanks. Yeah,
and also
he's going to have to watch.
Yeah, he's just going to have to watch as the dragon gets taken away. Very unfortunate that he does immediately retreat, hoping that maybe someone would have dove him.
So it will be Mountain Soul for this game 1. Honestly, that's perfect for both teams, man.
Yeah, Mountain Soul's really good for both teams because we're going to be seeing Trundle and Sejuani getting super beefy, and then we're also going to be seeing Ornn and Hecarim getting super beefy, depending on which team gets the Soul. So either way, your top end junglers are going to become the powerhouse of this game.
To the top side, Trundle just knocking down that second tower. And honestly, this is a very strong start. As we mentioned earlier, for Dogs cards to really be on the table, they needed to have a decent early game so they can excel into the mid game. So with them being 6-2 with a, oh wow, almost 4,000 gold lead, this should just be about a wrap. Right now, over for if you're a Ruby's fan, this is where you bunker down. and try to survive through this hurricane. Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, the hurricane that we have currently named Dorado Gaming is currently being unleashed. They are going to be, Sejuani is going to be working on Rift Herald. Hecarim is floating nearby, as we can see here on the map,
She does get
and
dusted there.
it
So
does
there
seem
should
that
be
they
a
are
rotation
aware.
here. Ornn has, or Call the Forge God is off cooldown. It is now off cooldown as he gets a masterwork, or as he just gets a regular item in. Waterflange is just going to try to force him away as Dog are here for the group. This should be an easy pickup for them. Second Rift is under their belt. And honestly, I love Second Herald. It is so powerful. And I just don't understand why I feel more people try to capitalize on getting
Um,
second.
Caitlyn just burned Ace in the hole. She just blindly shot it out and hit Jin.
Hey, it's okay. Sometimes you just gotta show dominance, you know? Like, hey, look, I can hit you with all right now. Step back, you know? Make them dance a little.
I don't know, it just seems a bit questionable to open a fight with Ace in the hole.
Ooh, speaking of opening up a fight, Curtain Call is there to lock down. Plus Ravens, man, putting on the mean damage, is going to be able to find Arc. But at what cost there? Everfrost plus the chains, plus the tackle is going to take out Ravensman's there. Onslaught of Fears was hijacked, and it's going to be used there. The dive is here. Ninecline's just going to eat the towers, and Jin is going to be on the run, ghosted, and there's no nut from the hop over. Hypnotic with the flash. Waiting for it. Oh, so close there. Glacial and Chains barely whiffing. And almost catching that flash. Chaotic trying to help out as much as possible. But in between two towers, he's going to find a hard rock place. And that's going to be the rampage there for Sejuani.
Yeah, Sejuani doing a really good job. Currently 6-1-2 with a 400 gold bounty. And definitely dropping out this Rift Herald is going to take it down. I don't really think you needed the Rift Herald here. Yeah, Rift Herald was kind of a waste because in fact you got the tower. You would have had the tower before it charged.
Gosh. Strong Forge of the Iron Call there, able to take out the troll. But I mean, it's kind of the BM Waterflan's really feeling themselves this game.
Yeah, Waterflan's looking pretty good on like the last time we saw him on stream, which was back in week 2.
Ooh, taking a little more that he can chew there. The team is back, and Blue Eagle is going to get picked up there on the slight dive mishap. Ace in the hole going to go off yet again. Chaotic's going to shield that, though. And honestly, that was just like a consolation prize, and then they picked up everything well there after that.
Yeah, definitely doing a really good job there for Ruby, doing their best to try and crawl back into this game despite being down about 6,000 gold. And we are going to be having the next dragon coming up in 45 seconds, so currently you do see Dorado automatically trying to get vision in this jungle.
Their best bet is to kind of get ready for the dragon and hopefully be able to turn something here. Onslaught is unfortunately going to have to use there to block away for the subjugate. So that will be off down there. TP is available for both top laners here. So let's see what they're as third dragon is here.
Dorado doing a good job already taking control of this dragon pit. Hecarim is currently in base. Hecarim, what are you doing back here?
Inclined there, putting on the damages, but with the reverse Uno card, Forge of the Iron God will land, knock up, plus Jin rotating on over there to lock in a little more on the CC, and that's going to be a very decent pick. But I mean, I'll trade my top laner for Dragon almost any.
Yeah, trading the top laner for Dragon is definitely a good trade there, especially since it is Mountain Drake, because now your team has just that little bit extra buff from just a regular Mountain Drake that's going to help give you the edge over Ruby, which you kind of already have this game, so in fact you're about 5,000 gold ahead.
Ravens is going to steal the red. The Waterflanks did know that they were both in position. Flash Flay is going to land. Blue Eagle has no ult. Land's almost at 50% right now, and is just trying to hold them down for the group to recall. Beautiful TP coming in from 9 Klein, looking for the pincer maneuver. They should be able to get somebody here. The double TP is going to come in as well. Itchy Rat will be able to pick up Blue Eagle. Quintek is running for their life right now, but I don't know if you're going to be able to get away from that ghosted Trundle. The subjugate is going to land. Riven's man doesn't build a lot of defenses, so he's already taken it away. Gravity Field should be enough to hold it. That was a great glacial, but a better gravity field, and that's going to stop the there for just a second.
Even though the gravity... Oh, wait, this is a 20-minute Baron.
It might be. Oh, it definitely might be. 5K is on it. 4K there. He's going to tank all 4 shots. 20-19, almost to 10. Looking for the smite, and that is a secure, and that is a 21-minute Baron. Dogs are on a beautiful run right now to close this one. It's not completely over yet, but these are putting in... These are the seeds of destruction, and they are budding.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the current updated stats, but I do believe that is the fastest dragon in this season of Victoris League at the moment. Not dragon, Baron.
Really?
Yeah, usually we average about 24 minutes. So seeing a 21 is very spicy.
24 is very... But I mean, League has become a faster paced game, you know? So it is to be expected as well. And there's always a difference solo queue and 5s. You know? Coordination there is just so fun.
Yeah, because you either have voice comms, which we have here, or you have no voice comms in solo queue.
Man, the stun lockdown there. Forge of the Iron Goal was looking fantastic. Itchy Rat was set up and poised to die. But locking down Blue Eagle, they will not be able to finish it. The poke coming in onto Arc there, and the protection on the front line, and the peeling is making Arch look crazy right now. Got the triple ace in the hole. Oh, Chaotic's gonna live with 155 there, almost a quad. And now I think these are the final nails in the coffin here for this game.
Yeah, definitely with Caitlyn having Gale Force already able to just help slide around just a little bit more than she already does, did help get that kill onto, I believe it was the Hecarim, which really just helped decide the way that fight's going. Honestly, if Dorado stacked all 5 in mid lane, they could probably end this game right now.
Top inhibit taken there. Curtain call is going to have to be canceled there. Actually, it was not canceled. Glacial is what ruined it there. Gravity Field almost saving Chaotic there from himself, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. The CC combination here over from Dog just keeps locking down the front line and able to let the back line fall to pieces. It is a fantastic right now. 1,200 gold lead right now.
Yeah, a 1,200 gold lead, 16-5 in favor of Dorado. They are going to be getting this bot tower as well. Sejuani doing a good job floating, making sure that the Silas does not get into any trouble. Hecarim, that's an illegal spot for you to stand in.
A little bit, but as of right now, he pick up as much as they can right now. Looking overall, everything is green lights to go. It may just be about 1, maybe 2 fights here. Over for the Dogs here. Finish out game 1.
They do have another Mountain Soul spawning in about 40 seconds, so I do believe they will be potentially going to take this dragon, might get a good fight out of this, and then potentially siege the base and win the game off of this dragon.
Yeah. 30 seconds left. It may not even be what they're waiting for. Waterflant's over the wall. Is going to get the Permafrost there onto Quintek. Forge of the Iron Call is going to get hijacked, and it's going to be reverse Uno card to catch out Blue Eagle. The ult from downtown is actually going to pick up Quintek there. The catch there onto Kino Blade, and that's 3 for 0, and I think that is game 1 as the Mastery 6s are being flexed on.
Yep, they're flexing the Mastery 6s. The Super Minion is starting to enter the base, and I don't believe a Hecarim and a Victor can 2v4 this. Sorry, 2v5.
As far as they're behind there, and I gotta say, man, Waterflant's definitely the MVP here. Getting that early first blood, plus the buff just really started to set the pace. It was looking a little better once we got to that first dragon fight, but unfortunately, they got right back on course and they continued moving 20-5, game 1 over to DOG.
Yeah, Dorado Gaming Kappa doing a really good job this game. I do want to say they are doing a lot better than they did last time they were featured on stream, which was back in week 2. If I can remember who they played, I do know they lost that game 0-2 on stream.
Very, very yeah. Head over check out the post game stats real quick. I honestly want to see a little bit of damage.
Look at this trundle damage.
Yeah, yup. Crazy, insane. Items were fantastic. Honestly, from Champ Select, I really liked outlook that DOG had. Everyone had a role, everyone had a job, and everyone stick 20K over for Trundle, 18K for Caitlyn there, 15K for the Sejuani. That's a tank. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. 15K is going to be the highest there for and Victor respectively. Um, Hopefully coming into game two, there is a little bit of a game changer, game plan change over for the side of so they don't close this out because although they need the 2 games, they can still finish and walk out well with.
Yep, should definitely be very interesting to see if Dorado Gaming Kappa can potentially win game 2, but can Oblivion do what every other team has done so far on the VRS streams and pull off the reverse sweep? So don't go anywhere. We'll be throwing it to a quick break and we'll be right back.
Is up, everybody? We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Game one is going over to the side of the dogs, so you should be getting your tweets as we speak. Game
Yeah.
two on the way. Ruby is going to be taking red side again.
That they are.
I don't know.
That they are.
I don't know how I feel about that, honestly.
You know what? It makes my job easier here, Huey, as I get to see everybody on the desk, because that means I don't have to change any of my graphics out. So I'm excited that Ruby is taking red side here. But yeah, we are just waiting for the R's to come out on draft, and I will throw you guys over. But Kongman, I understand you had a message that was so important that you wanted to talk about that we had to take a quick desk segment here.
Yes, so one, Dodge, glad to have you back. Glad to see you recovered well from your illness.
Thank you,
Glad to see you are back on the desk. Now all we need is Shogun to, fight off that hurricane that he's currently dealing with, and then maybe for once we can have the full VRS group on the desk at once.
Oh, I see how it is.
But,
No, I was going to say, Huey's doing a great job tonight, though. It's been an absolute
Huey,
pleasure.
Huey, I love casting with you. I know this is my first time. You're
appreciate it.
You're amazing, but we have not had the whole VRS group.
Not once.
That's
not
just how it
once.
is sometimes. That's just how it is.
But,
Sometimes. You just get that, like, it's just a random curse. It's so hard to lock in on it.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, Dodge, there's one question you like to ask us every week during the pre-show that unfortunately we didn't have a pre-show. And do you know what that question is?
Yes, the question I always ask you guys is, what are your favorite off-meta strategies? Kongman, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to break down what this image means, because we are ready for draft. So let me know.
Right.
Let me know what I'm looking at here.
This is a pure, solid version of AP Volibear. Because you know what he does? He dunks on people.
Yeah.
And what does Shen do? He does nothing against Volibear.
Yeah.
So if you see a Volibear, you pick Volibear. Sorry, you see a Shen, you pick Volibear, you dunk on him.
Does
That
Section of League of
Spirit's
Legends
Refuge,
basketball game.
diving.
Shen's W, Spirit's Refuge, does that block Volibear W because it's non-hit? Or does this chomp go through the zone that blocks the auto attacks?
Is it an auto
I
attack?
believe it goes through the zone.
Oh, that's crazy. You know what, Kongman? This is pretty big Poggers stuff. Thank you for sharing this with us here on the desk.
You're
That
welcome.
was a highlight of the night for sure. But gentlemen, it does look like they are. Oh no, never mind. Players are they're taking a pause. We have a little bit more time to chat it up a little bit.
So I love AP Volibear. Huey, yep. What is your off-meta pick?
Alright, so it is a little crazy. Me and my friends have been doing some dumb stuff in the bot lane. We have been doing Darius and Set bot lane.
Double Bruiser bot lane, Season 1 meta. Super fun stuff.
Yes,
the players have bamboozled me. Now it is actually time for draft, so I will see, and you all will see at home, if the players will be going for one of those fun bot lanes, but it is time to take a gander. Look-see. Gentlemen, I will see you after game 2.
We'll see you in a bit, Big Boss. Olivia and Ruby and Dorado will be staying on the same side. MF will be taking off the board for Ruby. Seraphine is going to be the one. Also, Ash as well for DGK. DGK with the second pick here. I wonder where Olivia or where Ruby is going to go for their first pick.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be interesting. One thing we do need to do is we do need to clear out these picks. We are not chat. These are not decided. This is the last game. Now, if they pick the exact same things, it'll be pretty convenient. There we go. So we are going to be seeing Seraphine ban, Ash ban, Misfortune ban.
I'd be surprised if Sejuani doesn't get banned in this first.
I could see them ban Sejuani, but I could also see them banning away the Trundle instead, if on the side of Ruby.
I mean,
because that was the big thing was. Either Sejuani or Trundle is a good ban option.
This should be the ban here, or maybe Ruby may pick up. But I don't know if I would keep it open, available for first pick. With them doing as well as they did.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be. I do actually find it interesting that Ruby decided to be on red side. I mean, I understand they probably enjoy counter picking, but we saw just how bad the counter picks were last game. Like I said, we see Caitlyn, and they just insta-lock the karma. That's not what you do.
I mean, early game though, they were doing very well versus the Caitlyn. Caitlyn's gonna be taken off.
Caitlyn gets banned.
I mean, all right. I mean, honestly, it's a good pick. I'm just gonna have to say this in maybe personal opinion. I think Sejuani and Trundle were really kind of showing the stealing the show. Caitlyn definitely at the end, in the hands of Arc, really started to pop off at the end, almost getting a quadra kill. But I mean, honestly, that was the front line that was able to get her to that level. Dorado taking the heck.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting that Dorado picks the Heck Room. Not what I thought they were going to pick here. I fear they probably would have picked another good jungle champion. Like Shyvana.
Shots fired there.
Listen, Heck Room is good, but he's been like nerfed, and like this most recent nerf hurt. Like we saw that last game.
I definitely have to agree with you there. They gutted the horse pretty hard there. But we saw how well Water did. Let's see if they'll be able to keep the pace. Kind of do a Heck tutorial over for the side of Ruby. 2 seconds left for their first pick. And oh my gosh, okay. It is a complete reverse of fates here. Heckram on the blue side. Ruby going to be picked, or Sejuani's going to be picked up for the side of Ruby. And do you think that this is going to be Sejuani jungle again? Or do you think this may be a top Sejuani?
This will probably be okay. Without any other knowledge, I could potentially see it being the jungle Sejuani because we did watch Dorado Gaming clap the Hecker Room with a Sejuani jungle, which is just amusing to. Sorry, that wasn't a no, that was a Sejuani jungle. Yeah, I feel like I totally didn't even watch the last game.
So Waterflange was locked in for the Sejuani. Now with the Heck Room, Senna gonna be picked there as well, assuming that's gonna be
AP Volibear.
There he is, baby.
AP Volibear.
Volibear.
Come on, dunk on him.
I'm telling you, Dorado
Dunk on him.
has been
Lock
like
it.
locked in
Lock
on the
it. Lock
commentary
it. Lock it. Lock
voice
it.
here. They have just been listening and locking it in for us. Crazy.
Go on. If they no,
Oh,
no, that's not
okay.
Volley Bear.
You take it. Oh, bot lane's gonna be showing there. Kaisa Nautilus. Oh man. I wanna say on Nautilus, I think Nautilus is a quiet. He's not really out there or known for a really strong support to as of right now. As of right. But I think give it a couple more LCS matches, more weeks, Nautilus is gonna be definitely a pick ban.
That's gonna be a Karthus locked in on the side of Esports Ruby.
I don't know about
So
Arthas.
okay, so Karthus is support mid or jungle. He, in my opinion, is best played in the jungle. Because support, if you just dive on him, he just dies because he has no health, and then you just run away. His abilities are useless. Although I don't know how I feel about Senna Karthus. I mean, I guess Senna can root someone, and then Karthus can get a free Q. Ooh boy, if that's all the power you have in the bot lane, you're not going to get very far.
Also,
So
Johnny being picked already too, it only leaves more support open, and I would have to agree with you. Karthus in the support lane, especially with, that's just um.
yep. So
So I guess he's going mid.
he might go jungle though, and they might send Sejuani top lane because we
That
could
is
also see
also
Ruby banning away the Silas, which really good considering the fact you don't want Kappa to lock Silas and steal Karthus ult, for example. Dorado banning Teemo, that's
okay. I guess
uh
they're really feeling themselves.
yeah, I mean I guess it's not a bad throwaway ban because in fact you look at the composition because if Teemo lands a Q onto Kaisa, especially if it's a level 5 Q, Kaisa's not going to do anything that whole fight. So
Also, if you're going to melee top, laner as well, does get a little chaotic there. If Teemo's able to get run away with their
yeah, it
10
is.
seconds left for this last ban, it's gonna be the
I
Trundle. Okay, okay,
okay.
I like that.
I respect the Trundle ban. I doubt it, but honestly, we might see Hecarim top lane.
Yeah, no, I agree. You might see the Hecarim top lane. Two picks are still available. Round two ban was way better, I would say, for Ruby side. I don't know about the Teemo ban. Most likely a troll pick there. I think they're just really. I guess they're getting a little ahead of themselves here. The game's not done just yet. So to waste a pivotal pick there as such a Zillion could have been. It's just a little weird to me. Zillion
Yep.
will be locked in for the Ruby. Dorado highlighting that volley. They got
I see
plenty of
it, but
time.
I'm
They
listen.
got
I see
plenty of
it.
time.
I see it. They're gonna debate me. They're gonna swap last second, calling it now.
Going what the
So
Orn?
I yep. See there. Oh, see they're
Oh,
floating Shen. They're floating Shen, which
no,
could
don't do
get dunked on.
Shen.
It
Don't do
could get dunked
Shen.
on. See,
Don't do
see,
Shen.
Dorado knows me. They're teasing me. Yeah.
Oh
See, told
man,
you.
the
See,
flip flop
hey,
scallywop there.
listen, listen.
Unfortunate
Hey,
there.
hey,
Oh,
hey,
oh, oh,
Dorado,
they're going back
Dorado.
again.
Dorado, this is why I doubted you all in season one, and you're gonna make me doubt you again. See, now you're just floating my four favorite champions.
At least
See
they're
that?
out there for you.
See,
They're
there, there.
calling it out. They're calling it out for you, bro.
See, there's the Ivern that I love. They know I love Shyvana. Sejuani's already been picked.
You
AP Volley
won't.
Bear.
You won't.
Yeah, do it.
You won't.
Lock the Ivern.
Yeah,
Lock the
that's what I
Shyvana.
thought. That's
Play
what I
it.
thought. You won't.
Play it.
You won't. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
I
what I
thought.
thought.
Gonna get the
Dorado,
greatness. The
Dorado. This is
greatness.
why I doubted you so much in season one. You're making me start to be another doubter of Dorado again.
Oh,
Yeah, what do you think about that, Dorado? If I start doubting you again. Dorado playing a very purple team. That is very true.
oh yeah. That'd be
We
cool
got
if they get the chromas in all purple deck. Hopefully, we get to see the spooky Nautilus skin too. You're gonna be
spooky
locked
Nautilus,
in.
and we're gonna be seeing. Oh dear.
So I gotta say, I really don't like Ruby's team. I'm not
Okay,
feeling it.
so they have three junglers, two of which can go top lane. Uh, This is giving me a headache. Okay, so Karthus can be jungle mid lane support. Sejuani could be top jungle. Udyr could be top jungle. I guess Sejuani could also be played in support, although it's very bad, especially if you have Senna. Because of the problem. Okay, so here's the thing: we have 3 junglers and 2 supports
Yeah,
in like their most popular roles. What is this composition?
I'm not a big fan of this position. Again, Dorado, very to the basics. By the books. You got a tank, you got a supporting engage, you got a AP mage, assassin, you have an ADC, you have a jungler. Easy. You could tell where everybody is going. No complications here. Ruby, on the other hand, everyone could be almost anywhere, and I don't like the lack of range. Senna really being range on them besides Zillion's bombs and Karthus's Q. You don't have a lot of engage, really relying on Sejuani to land a tackle Bola and able to get the permafrost off once the abilities start landing. Udyr able to run through a bit of CC, but honestly, is he going to be able to get through the front line of Hecarim, Nautilus, and Mundo to get to a Kaisa with Killer Instinct or Cassidy with his warp?
Okay, so before I receive word from our producer about where everything is going for the side of Ruby, I'm going to predict Sejuani top, Udyr jungle, Zillion mid,
Okay.
Senna fasting Senna ADC, Karthus support.
You are 3 for 3 right now, big friend. And honestly, if you got the 3, I think you got the other 2. So I think you're 5 for 5 on that.
Alright, well I predicted fasting Senna, so I might get a bonus point if it is a fasting Senna.
If it's fasting Senna, you definitely Kino Blade will walk in. Has to, right? Has to be. I don't know though. I'm not a big fan of the Zillion mid. I know it's powerful. I know the potential that it's there. I just prefer a more, I guess I would say, active or more of a roaming mid. Cassidy really be fill that job. And yeah, it's gonna be fasting Senna here, Karthus and Senna bot lane. And honestly, if I don't see an invade first blood, I'm gonna be very upset. From the side of Dorado, you got the Nautilus, you got the hook. Sure they may be expecting it, but I mean, go in. You got it. Isn't that why you have a hook?
Yeah, because the most that Ruby has for potentially getting a first blood is Senna stun. Maybe an Udyr stun,
But
but he
then
has to
it
close the
has to
gap.
start W,
Yeah.
which isn't that well into the lane.
Yeah, then meanwhile you look over at Dorado and you have Hook,
Yep.
which is very good at picking people out.
And yeah, and honestly, there's a lot of picks. You can grab just about anybody and not have to worry too much. The only person you really shouldn't be grabbing is Sejuani and I guess Udyr. But I mean, if you're throwing a hook in the 5, 3 out of 5 ain't bad.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 is pretty good because I can attest to that because that's probably going to be my prediction record at the end of this season with the rate I'm going at this moment.
Speaking of predictions here, game 2 is about to be on the way. Where is it gonna go? Is this gonna be the 2-0, or are we gonna be getting to a game 3, Kong?
Listen, besides week 3, every match has been a reverse sweep. I kind of hope it isn't because it really sucks whenever it goes to game 3 because I have to open work the following day. So I would like a quick, easy 2-0 so I can go to sleep early. So I'm going to
Let
give it 2-0
Khan
Dorado
go to
Gaming
sleep,
Kappa.
guys. All right, prediction should be starting momentarily. And honestly, like I said last time, I love a team that is by the books. DGK just shows it off yet again. It looks fantastic. Very simple. Everyone has a job. Go do it. I'm going to have to give it to the 2-0 as well. But I am definitely interested to see what Ruby does with this strange comp, unique comp. Let's go. And on that note, we're loading into the riff right now for game 2. Throw those predictions out. See if you match up with the table. And we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. And we are back. Game 2 is on the way. The teams haven't swapped sides, but DGK or DOGK will be on blue side, Ruby on the red. And man, I gotta say, the dogs are looking fresh in their purple.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. We got 3 purple members, and for all we know, maybe under all that armor, Nautilus himself is purple.
I mean, the chromos look fine, and no, we got this. Is that spooky? Not. Oh no, that's the other one, the Shanghai, which I like it. I'm just excited for the
I do enjoy KDA Kaisa though. It is very
that
nice
is
to
a great
see.
one. And I love when the rockets hit. Like,
If
and it looks cool.
we here at VRS definitely have a nice connection with KDA. For those of you
Yeah,
who remember last season,
that was a good.
it's a good performance.
They're not gonna be able to get that invade that they were looking for. A little unfortunate here, so it's just gonna be a normal start here. Both junglers on opposite sides, so Udyr should be looking top mid for first gank, while Hecarim will be looking for maybe that mid bot gank.
Yep, definitely will be interesting. Honestly, I see Hecarim go for a top early gank. Doesn't look like that he is going to be pathing down to Wolves. Would have been interesting to see if he does clear Wolves and then immediately race topside.
I mean, it would be a good call. I do like the early clear though, and it seems that Klein. Ooh, we have a pause here. 200 ping on the Quitnik here. Hopefully they'll be able to close out their window and close out all their apps and slow down the internet ping there. While we have the pause, let's look at Runes and Mastery. Blue Eagle, no flash. I'm a little scary, but I do understand the Ignite TP pick. But if they go a little too hard in the paint and use tackle, they're not gonna really have much escape. Looking over on the other runes and masteries, Conquerors will be on Cassidon. You got the fleet there for or tempo, excuse me, for Arc. Excuse me, Frozen Ice. I can't think of the ice one there.
Glacial Augment.
Glacial Augment for Nautilus. Fleet, Dark Souls over for Kino and Quintic, respectively. Chaotic with his fairies, Raven's Man with his Conquerors, and Grass for Sedge. So nothing too out of the ordinary here. No crazy first item picks either as well. So I think this is gonna just be a slow game until probably that first dragon, and then we should see everyone start to group up, and then the second should start to fold here. I do like Biscuit's pick on Sejuani for a little extra sustain.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be interesting to see how exactly this game unfolds. And I was almost correct in my prediction on what's going where, because instead it is actually a Karthus in the ADC slot. Whenever I thought it would be him in the support role, but yeah, so this is going to be a bit interesting for Esports Ruby.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I'm interested to see how this bot lane works, but honestly, I think it's just going to be a very big issue. Oh, I think we got another pause. Oh, we got the
we
freeze.
have the client freeze that Riot likes to throw at us.
Freeze here. With the level 2 up there for bot lane. Damn, it was just gonna start to get.
Now, what's cool about this is we see Dorado all along. Okay, well, never mind then.
Oh, we're back, baby.
As soon as I try to draw my beautiful line showing that they're all looking in the opposite directions.
With a really nice gank. The flash is gonna be forced out. Oh man, those tower shots were pretty strong there. Almost at 10%. He is gonna retreat back into the jungle. I wonder if what do you call it? If Hecarim will invade for him.
Well, I mean, currently Hecarim is currently chilling down here on his Krugs, doing a complete full clear into a gank, but unfortunately, Ruby is not in a good position to get ganked.
Unfortunately, not looking over onto it. Hecarim does have a little bit of lead on the CS there because he did not gank. I do like the ward coverage here coming from Chaotic to get a little more vision. For their jungler, we may get a rotate top as well.
We do see Waterflan's up here at the top of your screen collecting that Rift Scuttle. And now he is potentially in a ganking position, but it does appear he's just going to back and buy some items.
Gotcha. That is a good call. The minion wave was also not properly set up for them. So I think that was a good call. Hextech is going to be first dragon for this game. So unfortunately, again, no Hextech Soul, man.
Yeah, Hextech Soul is best soul, because unfortunately they did remove Chemtech.
Chemtech was crazy. Let's be real. Chemtech was wild.
Chemtech was best soul, and everyone
That
knows
was
it.
a little.
Okay, producer is saying that I am a troll, so
What you do now? What you do now?
apparently liking Chemtech is trolling.
I mean, honestly, I enjoyed it. It was a very interesting concept, but it was just so powerful compared to the other dragons. Oh, nice hook through the minions there. Kino Blade is going to get picked up there. The slow is going to come down, but unfortunately, Kaisa is not going to be able to proc her passive. I don't think that would have killed still. It does do damage, but I think it would have definitely at least forced it back. I did want to mention on this bot lane, I'm interested to see on Ruby's bot lane here what they're capable of, but it's going to be very difficult for them to get ahead here. But I think if they're able to get ahead, that it can cause an issue. Klein is going to have to take that tackle forward. This is what I like about Sedge top. She is so strong against melee champions topside.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there, and it does seem that Ruby might be getting the first dragon here once again. I do believe this is blind.
There's no fog there. Oh, I mean, there's no ward there, so they are in the fog, and so they're going to get a free Hextech there, practically for free. Kaisa and Nautilus actually backed away to fake a recall, and that was the perfect timing. That was the perfect timing to rotate there and grab a drag. I'm really enjoying Ravensman's Udyr right now, kind of taking the lead. Here, and kind of stealing the show game too.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. I mean,
Nice
Hecarim has a
Itchy Rat is able to get the hook. No mana, so he won't be able to revive. The flash and the ignite is going to go. Udyr was just a second late there. Ravensman is not 6, but he does have the level. Topside actually wins out the trade there, noticing where everyone is. Ravensman is going to try and get a trade there as well. And this game was looking so good, and now it's just a flip to a 3-0. Wait, what?
Yeah, so anyway, about that Udyr stealing the show, I believe this is now the Kassadin show.
Just about, and honestly, like I mentioned earlier, I said it was going to be that first dragon is really where you're going to start to see once those level 6 come together and the team comes together, but they never actually got together because the dragon stole, so the rotate was a perfect call there. Go to mid, catch Zilean. Also, Zilean, no mana, he can't chrono shift. You don't have to kill him twice. That was the perfect call. Great, fantastic rotation there. Ravensman a second late there. Even as Udyr level 6 isn't that strong anyways. So, I mean, that was a perfect time.
Yeah, Chaotic definitely sitting in his lane thinking you can't kill him the Zilean, but unfortunately Hypnotic was like, hey, wait a minute, you have no mana. I can kill you.
That is a really good call there. The hook is going to whiff there just a bit. Level 6 on Kino's Blade. He's going to have to retreat back, but it is A-okay for him. I do want to mention that Klein really nice noticing on where everybody was, got into a fight topside and was able to win it. I'm just sad that we don't have the replay there to go back onto it. Ooh, ult is going to go. Flashback is going to go. We're going to head back to the bot lane, though. Itchy Rat did not miss this ult here. He's going to approach there while Hypnotic Scruff comes in on the gank, and it's going to get picked up. Ravensman on the top side is going to take the big purple man out himself. It is going to be a 1-for-1 across the map, but 4-1 2K lead over for DOG.
Yeah, Dorado Gaming still with a very dominant lead of almost 3,000 gold, looking and sitting pretty, but it does appear that Ruby is going to be getting this Rift Herald, their first of the series.
Yeah, good control on the objective. Udyr has not been able to really capitalize fully onto the ganks. Able to get a couple sums out here and there, but not getting the full money, getting the kills, force backs there. But able to get first drag and first Rift Herald that should kind of pump the brakes here and hopefully give them a chance to find their way and kind of stop this runaway train that's starting to approach the station. It's not quite there yet.
Yep, Udyr does now have the Rift Herald, so it will be interesting to see where he wishes to place that Rift Herald. Hecarim, you're kind of in a little bit of an illegal spot here.
Yeah, he does have ult though, so he should be able to get through the wall. Oh my god, doesn't need it! Ichi-Rat's gonna actually come and join the fight, but he's not needed either. Ninecline getting jumped over in that hallway yet again for his lunch money. He's gonna have to be a little more careful. 1-for-1 trade across the map yet again. Is that the Kobe Bryant? Oh my god, for 3 from downtown. Chaotic finds his first kill.
Chaotic doing a really good job with that placement. What's also really cool is there was no vision. That was a fog of war bomb throw.
Oh man, he saw it, bro. He has the eyes.
He believed.
Looking over on the top side, this can be first tower. I'm liking this top pick here. Plus the jungle pick. I really feel like those were the ones that really set the pace for DOG last game. So kind of keeping Klein down a bit, not letting him get through and do what he needs to do, I think is really working out well for them. Blue Eagle, though, is going to get caught out here. No flash, already used tackle. There's nowhere for them to go, so they are going to be able to do that there. Was able to get 2 plates on his tower, so it should be all right for them. It's not a full shutdown, but shutdown on the carries, though. This is what we got to...
Yeah, but meanwhile, you look at the bot lane and you see Kai'Sa currently up 2-0 against this 1-3 Karthus, even getting a solo kill on the Karthus at one point. This is not really looking that great for this Karthus ADC.
No, and like I said, we were both really hesitant on where the Karthus was going, plus the Senna, plus the Zillion. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I like the Seraphim pick. If that was the case, you know, you could have done Sarah Senna if you really wanted to. I prefer her with Tank Enchanter, but you know, to each their own. Either way though, like I said, they had to. Blue Eagle feeling pretty confident about this fight there, but the stocks are looking in Klein's favor here. Blue Eagle now kind of in a weird spot. Gonna miss the Q there, or the W there, Winter Draft. We get a little charge up here. Oh, the spell break is there, so now he should be able to win this. Here comes the E as well. He's got to hit the health. Oh, man. Kino Blade. Nice rotation there. Able to get it from the back. Riven's on a rampage right now and is unkillable. Able to get the double. And now Ruby's showing the power of their team comp there. Able to survive, sustain, and help out the top side, get a kill, and grab the nice dragon.
Yeah, for once, Ruby is actually looking like they have figured out how to play as a team, and especially using that Karthus ult to help the Sejuani get the kill onto Klein in the top lane. It's just so beautiful. It sounds like they actually put their headsets on and are like, hey, we can hear each other.
I think everything is good. The ping is down for Senna as well. And the gold was shut down over onto Kassadin. Kai'Sa is still fine as of right now. But that Udyr is going to become a threat. Bork is already in his pocket. So depending on where he goes, he's either going to become more of a fighter or become a tank monstrosity that you're not going to have to, or your front line to want to deal with all that percentage health, the stance change.
Yep, Karthus having to use his exhaust so the casting could not collapse on him. A bit of an interesting play, but now Kassadin is going to be getting all of this free bot wave farm.
Yeah, I think that's a good call there. He should not have to worry too much. Senna really being the only one with hard CC with last embrace there. So if they do approach, she should just be able to walk away.
Yep, and we do see Udyr coming topside, potentially looking to kill this Mundo, but luckily Nautilus is floating nearby, so if he does get in a pickle, Nautilus will be able to help him.
Out because Bola is available. Tackle is going to go in, waiting for the frozen Bola there. He's gonna, oh, nice flash to not get stunned. Still has the spell shield available, so they weren't just gonna release the R there. Really good call and patience. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the entire Mundo, but able to get a sum out is great. And this is gonna be the 4-man rotation mid.
Yeah, the 4-man rotation mid. Oh, this is where Zillion's going to get collapsed on because Hecarim is in the top side of this jungle.
No shift is available.
Oh, no.
Oh, blind walks right into the Hecarim. Tries to get the double bomb set up. He's going to speed away. Still has Chrono Shift. Is maybe going to try to set up a bait possibly. Hassinen is here. Rift Walk is available for him too. And oh, baits out the Chrono Shift out of him. He's going to try to speed away, but it's going to be a case of too little, too late. Oh, the nice Frozen is going to get the ult out there, but still going to unfortunately get caught out. Ravens man 5-1. I don't know if he can fully handle the 2v1. But it's a good call to retreat back from the position they were at.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that those two could have possibly taken Udyr down, but unfortunately under tower, though, I do believe that would just be a throwaway fight.
Yeah, speaking of a throwaway there, Frozen Bola gets launched over to Arc there. Beautiful cleanse just to get away to CC there. Cleanse should be up just about the same time as Glacial Prison. No, excuse me. They'll still have about 40 seconds. So if they're able to be quick about it, they should be yet again.
Yeah, but we do see the Nautilus Hex Flash in. Unfortunately, he has no follow-up after that.
No
Kassadin is going to get collapsed on Udyr. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good.
Rift Walk. Oh my gosh, he could not get away from the bear. He gives him a 4-piece McChicken and calls it a day.
Yep, calls it a day there, and we do see the Mundo in the top lane trying to push wave. Udyr just probably going to be taking this tower.
Oh yeah, and honestly, who can handle Deer by themselves right now?
Well, if I have any experience playing against Udyr, you know, Dorado trolled me with it, but Shyvana can handle Udyr pretty well.
I mean, right now in this game.
Well, that's what I'm saying, if they had picked Shyvana. But right now in this game...
You're right. No,
you
you're
know,
right. They highlighted
they floated it.
Yep,
they teased me.
You're right. You're 100%
Honestly,
right.
the best thing you can hope for is Udyr disconnects.
Because I'm trying to think about it a little bit. If he gets caught out, right, in a pick situation, I think he's gonna live long enough to it not matter. Especially if Zillion is in the area or if Zillion has TP, he could just go on shift. So you also have the Senna, you also have the Karthus. So even if you do try to fight him and it's a 2v1 and close, the R across map can really just turn the tides for them.
Yeah, we kind of doubted Ruby's composition, but now
100%.
they're actually like sticking this together, and it's kind of surprisingly working as we see in this team fight here.
The Eagle looked like he was getting picked out there and does not, but then the bot lane rotates back around and Hypnotic is able to pick one up. Ravens man is going to trade as well, and now you can just see the power of the bear. He is getting low. The R is here as well. Everyone should live very, very close. Deer, though, very scary health percentage there. Is going to rotate his blue. I don't think he's on a ward right now, and he's almost back at % health. The team is rotating, looking over for him. You're not going to be able to find him, unfortunately. Ruby is here as well. Hypnotic Surf on the Rift Walk there. Almost going to take out Quick. And they take out the Chrono Shift, but Chaotic is still going to trade out Nautilus's life there. And they're going to walk away scot-free for that. Ravens man hasn't left yet and is still back at 50% health. Third dragon is up, and I think they're going to be able to get it uncontested. The Eagle has revived as well, and DOG is going to have to step back.
Yeah, Hecarim is potentially looking for any opportunity he can to get into the pit. We might see a cheeky dragon still here, but I don't think Water Flames is that gutsy.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get in there. Permafrost is going to land, add in the bola, and you're stuck for about 3 to 5 seconds. And now, Rift Alexa has just informed me that Raven's man is legendary. 8-1 right now.
Yeah, definitely doing a really good job on this Udyr, which is very interesting to
Chrono
see.
Shift is down. That might be the shot. 1,000 gold headed over into the mid's pocket. Cassidy, that's not good. They're going to continue moving forward here because the god is not here. And now you're starting to see the shutdown. Riftwalk moving forward. A lot of damage. And unfortunately, that's going to stop the reversal there. Blue Eagle is going to continue moving. The Chrono Shift is there. And oh man, Killer Instinct coming back around the corner. This may be the dub. Flashback. Nautilus is going to sacrifice his life like a fantastic support should and get him his friends out there. And oh, it was looking good for a bit, and then it flipped back.
Yeah, one thing I do want to point out, despite Dorado being down 3 dragons and 3 kills, they're only about 300 gold behind.
Yeah.
Okay, make that 500.
It just feels like a bigger gap.
Well, yeah, because the one thing you're noticing with Ruby is that their carry is currently Udyr. Everything in their composition relies on Udyr at the moment. And, you know, I have to say Udyr with as much emphasis as I can because Udyr is the carry of this team.
Yeah.
If Dorado can kill Udyr, the team falls apart.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, the Protect the President comp. Dear, everything kind of falls into it, and it's been working, honestly. We did kind of rag on the comp earlier, but I really thought it was going to fall more towards onto Karthus Senna, but it's all the bear right now. So it is in Raven's man's hands. If this is going to be the flow or not here, lockdown on Waterflanks is going to have to onslaught to get out. A little unfortunate there. That's blink in the wrench there in the lands. As they move forward here, I think the siege for mid is called for Ruby, and I think they're able to get it.
Yep, unfortunately we will not see a
Chaotic
1-minute Baron, but hang on.
And
Chrono Shift.
Chrono Shift is gone. I don't think they can still handle this 2v2. He's got to get out of it, dodge the bombs. I don't know if he's going to be able to. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, bro, that Chrono Shift, no joke. Eagle going in right now and just tanking. Shots on shots on shots on shots. Rainbow Shot is going to go. Killer Instinct for the repositioning. 1-for-1 trade there. Keen Blade is doing damage now? What? Bruh.
He's 6-4 with a Leandries. That's his biggest thing at the moment.
Bruh.
Okay, and here comes the Baron.
Yeah. That's all you can ask.
Cassidon standing in the wings.
He may be able to assassinate. Chrono Shift isn't here.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Chaotic is going to go down. R is coming out.
Wait a minute.
It's the shift. Aaron's going to take out Quinting. Oh, but they still get it. Quinting lived? What? He had to live.
Quinting too good.
Quinting cracked. No way.
I just get that quick question mark ping up there for us.
Oh yeah, dude. I wish I could all chat. Be hitting mad question marks.
The Omega question mark.
So 2 with Baron lives. It's off the board. I feel that definitely, that whole interaction there gave Ruby a very strong advantage here for just about a 4K lead. I mean, this is looking like we're into a game 3, man. Sorry for the work.
Yeah, could potentially be a game 3, although I do notice Dorado has not paid the tax and bought the Quicksilver Sash, because this Udyr keeps stunning them, and they're just like, okay, well, I guess we'll just sit here and accept this. But
yeah,
if you buy
follow up from the Udyr stun, you get the double bombs from Zillion. You're stuck for a minute. Blue Eagle in there as well. You're really stuck there for a minute. Looking for a fight right now. Oh, nice hook knock away. Blue Eagle is on the wrong side. Water's moving in as well. This is the fight that they were looking for. Double kill is going to land, and it's going to be a support diff right now for that interaction.
Yep, and now this is the chance where Dorado needs to just immediately run to this dragon, zone out the OER, and get themselves back into this game.
They need to get this right
There
now.
they go.
And I think Ruby is going to trade the dragon in Dragon Point, unfortunately for mid tower. And that link in the plans. I wouldn't say this is a step forward that's needed for Dorado to get back into this game. If that Infernal Soul was captured, I would say it would be almost GG for sure.
Yep, Arch almost face checking a bush, not something you want to do there. Bit of a suspicious play there, honestly.
I mean, they
They
got it.
trade
It
towers.
yeah, it was pretty sus, but they got it now. I think they were a little worried on the disadvantage. So that's going to be 3 objective. How much gold is that? Right? Add it back to the pocket. It was almost a 4K lead. Now it's just about 1,300. So that's almost a different K rate.
I did had to laugh because we saw the screen pop up saying that Mundo had collected a bounty when in fact it was Cassidon who went down and double tapped the bot lane tower.
Yep. I mean,
So
great call.
Cassidon was the one who picked up the bounty. But you know, good job to Mundo. He's doing stuff.
So there's still the window's not closed yet on the. There is still at the end, and I think it is called Arch right. 5-1. Kraken, Orc, and Berserker's already locked in. They're gonna grow. As long as Itchy can continue finding picks, they may still be in the running.
Yeah, the biggest thing with the composition of Dorado is they need to attempt to outscale this Karthus. Karthus did have a pretty bad early game, so they still have the potential to outscale him. But at this moment, Karthus is currently a ticking time bomb that you are on the race to beat.
Yeah. Also with Senna as well. Infinitely scaled as well too.
True.
So longer this game goes, I feel the better it is for Ruby. So you're kind of on a double-edged sword right now. You got to close out. You got to scale up, scale before them, and then close out the game before they outscale. So you really have a finite of time right now. And I would have to say maybe about by 35 minutes, this game isn't over. I think it may be Ruby's game for sure. Almost definitely.
Yeah, Ruby is looking a lot better this game than they did last game, but as I said, this whole composition just relies on the Udyr and the Sejuani, so if Dorado can pick off either one of those two without any problems, then it should be an easy win, just like I think they're about to do here.
Rampage is going to land there. The ult from Klein is going to land as well. There's not enough permafrost there, and the Senna ult is just a hair off. Ichirat is going to grab the hook. The Gauntlet or the Glacial is there, and Ichirat. Oh my God! The ignore to get away. Oh, but the Death Charge plus the Killer Instinct should give enough to let Arch get away. But oh my God, this bear is coming, and it really doesn't matter because you're gonna get the R press.
Yep. You
Hit
know,
him
the
with the
hardest
no
skill
look.
shot to land in all of League.
Hit him with the no look.
Karthus R.
Split. But unfortunately, we may be going to get free, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even think that Ruby needs to bother about the next Baron, which comes up in about a minute, or even the Dragon. I think they could just potentially end here.
Yeah, no, if not, I mean the Baron call is a great call.
Hypnotic, that is not where you want to be.
Ooh, Cassidy, my man's, what you doing there, bro? What you got there?
Yeah, okay, now he has the whole team after him.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but got caught.
Oh.
So close. And yeah, Baron right around the corner. Yeah, putting in the final coffin or the final nails in the coffin here. I gotta say, I wasn't ready for comp to do as well as it did. But they survived the early game with the weakest point of their team comp. And here, Raven's men really flipped the script here and completely changed the game there. For them to take the two, just about. I don't even know if pick would help them either.
we are going to see Raven's Man taking the Baron. They are opting to back here, so it does seem like they might be giving up this dragon, despite it spawning in about 20 seconds.
They might be able to make it. If not, they may be a few seconds late to the party, and they can just 5 fight.
Should definitely be interesting to see how this dragon fight goes down. I personally believe that if Ruby can get a team wipe here, they just win the game, especially with Baron and Soul. If Dorado somehow miraculously wins this fight, I could see them getting maybe Inhib Tower.
Oh shit, there. Water is gonna go on in. Knockback doors through. Had to use Chrono Shift on himself there. Nice Killer Instinct coming over from the Kaisa to get away from the Rains Man. Hook back going on in. He does die. That's 2 for 1 right now. But here comes the R and the Uno reverse card from hell. Oh my gosh. It was looking fantastic for DOG.
Wait,
but
it's not over.
Casted
it in a dream.
He is still up, dodging the CC. One stack of permafrost to slow his landed. The bomb is missed. Looking for the assassination. The hourglass looking good, but then the hourglass back. But I think he's caught. Hits the dash, but the bomb, the shield, he's ignited. He dodges. He's only at like 6 health there, and unfortunately, he is going to get caught there. And yeah, that was looking fantastic for DOG. But man, oh man, this unique Ruby comp pulling through, grabbing Baron, getting Soul, and now just needs to regroup and close out this game.
I don't know if they can just regroup and close out the game, because that play by Hypnotic literally only left Senna and Sejuani with Baron buff. So the 3 big damage dealers on the side of Ruby no longer have Baron buff, which is potentially the chance that Dorado needs to get back into this game.
Well, let's see, man, because I really feel like their window of opportunity is closing rapidly on them. Ruby's looking fantastic right now, and they are just scaling away. I did give them 35, so they have about 4 minutes and 20 seconds to try and figure it out.
Definitely should be interesting to see if they can get that haha 420 funny number score that you are looking for. And so we're currently winding down to the last 4 minutes, but there seems to be a debacle here.
Ooh, little pick. Little stick. Ooh, Eagle trying to live there. There goes the Gargoyle Stone Plate. And ooh, Senna gets assassinated. The R went down here. Itchy Rat trying to run away. Blue Eagle's gonna get picked up there. Raven's Man on his own. Everfrost plus the steal. No way. Is this the flip? Is this the finish? Chaotic
I
on the
think
front
this
as
is
well.
the flip we were waiting for.
That was the flip we were waiting for, and it's within the time limit. No way, dude. They have to go through. I don't think they can close out, though. They don't have a wave here. Everyone is dead for 30 seconds. They need to push now. They're going to use Mundo as their super minion. Demolish proc is going to go as well. The tower shots are ranking up. He's going to have to be careful. Itchy Rat's going to be only take 1. Whoa, man, he's able to take 2 there. The push back forward. They're going to try their hardest. 3 seconds left for Quintek to come back up. Quintek is now back up for the defense. They should at least be able to get the inhib. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the 2 towers and the inhib as well.
There's 16 seconds on Udyr and Zillion.
3 minutes are left for the numbers. Yeah,
here we go.
Way more than they can chew. Kino Blade's going 1 for 1. On for it. 3 for trade. 3 for 1 trade there for Ruby. I mean, I love the attempt there, guys. But really, I think it was a callback there on the inhib. Aston is still alive and gets an assassination. Wait a minute. What? I thought he died 2 seconds ago.
Yes, and it survived and tried to sneak out through top lane. Noticed the Karthus was all alone by himself with the subminions and just went, bloop, you're dead.
Good eyes. Good pick, good eyes, good awareness there. 3 are up for 2, and now Ruby is on the way. Gonna try to close this one out themselves. I really like that they were able to grab inhib there. Deer is now gonna play the super minion, as they do have a wave though. Demolish proc going down. Here comes the mid one, trying to defend it, but they're gonna have to give it up. Just kind of watch it just get decimated there.
If luckily they do have their own respawns coming up sooner, we are going to be seeing Baron spawning in just about a minute. So Ruby is doing the best they can, backing with this new gold they got just from that tower and inhib. But right now, Dorado crawling back into this game, only down 2,000 gold. Look at that Kassadin KDA alongside the Kaisa. The Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is looking pretty nice at the moment.
Definitely true on that. And I love the purple. I just love the purple squad. Just the purple swag altogether. But the obligatory time limit is slowly closing. Only about 90 seconds left. So let's see if it completely flips on his head at that 35-minute mark, or if they'll be able to find a pick yet again, push this one out completely. Because now they have a way in with the inhib down.
It is definitely going to be interesting. It is interesting seeing that this Karthus, for whatever reason, has not purchased a Dark Seal. Do want to point that out.
He did have a bad start. Like, I feel like that's a 2-0 start. Like, if you get a 2-0 start, you're just going back to Dark Seal. When it's shifty, you're not really winning, but you're not really losing. It's almost kind of not worth getting. Ravens man taking way more than he can chew right now. Big pick coming on in. Death charge as well, but they gotta watch the chrono trigger. Chrono trigger was used there, or chrono shift, excuse me. They're gonna try to look it forward though. Blue Eagle now out of position. No chrono shift now either. Blue Eagle needs to live long enough and get to the wall because they do not have flash available. That's gonna be a pick, and they're gonna charge forward, looking for more. And this is the perfect time to it. Looking at the Karthus, everyone full health right now. Kino Blade on the Flash, Hourglass on Chaotic. That's another one. Level 16 Kassadin is ripping on through. He's showing the true power of the scaling. And oh my gosh, 4 seconds left on the obligatory timer, and that's the triple kill. And my guys may just close it out at the 35-minute mark. No way.
Yep, unfortunately only Karthus is alive. Karthus has already used ult. He can only do so much. Casting coming in could potentially assassinate him. It's going to be interesting here. They have 1.5 towers to destroy. The timers are too much.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, this is not looking good for Ruby.
Not looking good. And oh my god, they close it out at the 35-minute mark. There's no way.
Come on, end it.
No
Ravens
way.
man has already quit. Ravens man has slammed his keyboard.
Dude!
Ravens man has disconnected and left the Victoris channel.
No way, dude. That's fantastic.
Listen.
Oh, man.
I don't care who we vote for MVP. I don't care what the chat decides. I don't care what my casters say. Hypnotic Scruff is the MVP of this entire series.
No way! Dude, that was their game. I'm sorry, that was Ruby's game, dude.
Oh, yeah, look at this Karthus damage.
That was Ruby's game. 46k on the Karthus. My man was dropping bombs. Oh, beautiful picks there over for DOG or DGK. Really good picks there. Able to find their way through just before 35 obligatory timer was there. 20 seconds left for 36 minutes, but they pulled themselves.
Fellas, they're getting lazy. They're reusing the same scripts. I was telling you between games that in VAS last night it was a 2-0, but the second game got thrown back and forth 15 times. We got it. It happened again. Somehow Dorado won that game. Absolutely wild stuff. We will be getting our MVP poll out here. You guys were chatting a little bit about it already during the post-game screen, but gentlemen, starting with you, Huey, who is your MVP for the series here?
You gotta give me a sec. I'm still kind of getting over now. I do not know how they pulled through that. Paul, this is a hard one, man. The bias support main in me wants to really give it over to Itchy Rat, but I think I'm gonna have to give it over to Hypnotic Scroll there. That level 16 turned on, and it was a wrap there, man.
Yeah, it was pretty wild stuff. What do you feel, Kong Man? What is your take on this series?
Kassadin. That's all I have to say.
Purple.
No one else. Just listen. Kassadin showed up. Kassadin brought their daughter. It was like, listen, we're here to roll.
Bring your daughter to work day.
Yep.
Man, that was I feel bad for Ruby. They played such a good game. We on the table were like, "What is this comp?" And we'll show you this comp. Protect the Udyr comp. It was fantastic. It was looking great, but Dorado were able to find their way through and able to break it down. Wow,
Wild
wow,
stuff. MVP poll
wild.
is out, by the way. Everybody get your votes in. I see Cafe, aka Waterflans, aka Coffee, leading the table already here.
Nope, not
So
allowing that.
make your voices heard, people.
That was a fantastic test. I gotta say, man, that was a banger. GG's to both. I didn't think the 2-0 was possible once we got to like about that 20-minute mark, man. I
Right?
didn't. I thought it was it. The chrono shift lockdown, the heals, the Karthus across the map, man. Like it felt impenetrable. It felt like the most impenetrable offense and defense. And oh man, dude, they bunkered down and they lived to get that Kassadin online. And Kassadin just all over the map with walk, taking everybody left out and right. Itchy Rat finding the picks and able to keep everyone locked down too for the team to be there. You can't ask for much. You guys got it, man. GG's for sure.
Yeah, big ups to Dorado on that one. They came through. We didn't get a chance to do this in the pre-show because of the technical difficulties we did experience, but if we actually go ahead and take a look at the predictions, it was Dorado Gaming across the board. Ignore the fact that that's Dorado Gaming Zeta's head. I don't have Dorado Gaming Kappa's logo. Again, technical difficulties, but Dorado coming through as they always do. And guys, we still have a dead tie in the chat. You don't want the casters to have to break it. Make your voices heard here. Vote for your MVP.
So real quick, Mr. Dodge, since you are our producer tonight, I'm gonna send you something to put up on the stream real quick.
Oh boy.
Okay, this better be
Here we
safe
go.
for work, Kongman.
Oh, it is. I think
Uh.
it perfectly describes how tonight went. So while Dodge works on that, we are seeing Hypnotic Scruff taking the lead by 1 vote over Cafe. This is what I like to see. Let the Kassadin win.
Oh, absolutely great stuff. As we can go ahead and take a look at what Kongman has sent me, because it's pretty brilliant here. So oh, I'm sorry. Let me resize that.
The blinding lights. There we go.
Hey, the lights. Oh, the lights. Was that the?
Look, the colors match.
It actually, it's so good.
Make the polar bear purple.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely great stuff there, Cogman. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Oh, but gentlemen, we do have our MVP here. Ignore that. That is not our MVP.
Whoa.
That's our MVP from last night. I have to...
Hey, there was no...
Yo, look. Another Dorado member.
Hey, look at that.
He didn't even play. That's how good Dorado was.
Sir Jack coming in. Good job, man. He didn't even have to play to be MVP this week. Fantastic.
Indeed. But no, it was Hypnotic Scruff on the cast, and big ups once again. Well-deserved. Pulling that one back from the brink in that game, too. Crazy stuff. But... yeah, Kongman, you're the one who's like most plugged into the standings. Again, we didn't get a chance to really go over it in the pre-show. You were mentioning it a little bit on the in the picks and bans between, but what does this really mean for the standings here as we move into our final week of the regular season next week?
Yeah, so as we know, there are going to be 4 teams that are going to immediately advance. They are going to be your top 4 teams. If I'm trying to look at this correctly, yeah, there is going to be a round of 12, which is basically going to be your wild card round. Those 4 teams will then single file into the rest, so 8 teams will advance into playoffs. So right now, the first seeds in both Group A, Group B, Group C, which currently is Rise of the Middle Sticks, Queen's Gambit, and Mint Gaming. As of the current standings, those 3 will automatically qualify into the bye week. And then the next team with the highest rating will get the bye week, which currently, as of this time, it would be Dorado Gaming Sigma, closely followed by BCGT and Dorado Gaming Kappa. Unfortunately, Oblivion did lose, which means I do believe they are going to be eliminated from playoff contention, or they might be able to sneak in a win next week and potentially steal it. Don't quote me on that, but Dorado Gaming Kappa does have a pretty good shot at making the wildcard round.
Lovely. You love to see it for Dorado. They always give us the content on the stream to tonight was no exception, Huey. It was a great introduction for you.
Both games were fantastic. GG's to both. I'm a little bummed that we're not going to game 3, honestly. I really thought we were
You're a
going to game 3.
madman.
I'm gonna be real. All right. And honestly, I didn't think Ruby had it at Champ Select, and they really showed us that power there. I really liked it, and I really wanted Con late, tired, But fortunately, he gets a good night's rest tonight.
Yeah, for once we're bailing Kong Man out.
I want to point out, Dorado Kappa both times has been a 2-0 result.
Really?
They are my saviors. I mean, Dorado lost in week 3 0-2, but then they bounced back 2-0, so somehow they are my savior.
Rage. Good stuff. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. Huey stepping in. Absolutely fantastic job.
Man.
Killed it on the cast tonight. Once again, prayers for our boy Shogun in the path of Hurricane Ian. Hopefully he's doing well. Couldn't be with us here tonight, but should be back next week. But everybody, that is our show. We will see you guys next week on the main channel. Final week of the regular season. It will be legit. Kongman, as always, thank you as well for your contribution. But until we see y'all again, be easy out there.
Be safe out there too, guys. See y'all soon.
Peace.